Pizza Hut needs to learn something from Red Lobster and Chili's massive turnarounds. And both companies turned around for different reasons, but with the same technique. So Pizza Hut came out at the start of this year with a big announcement that they were going to bring back the Pizza Hut buffet. People went nuts about this. So this was so much good press for them. And then how did they roll it out? Not us. They did a couple of restaurants. They tried it. They said, well, it worked here and not work here. No. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about with Pizza Hut buffet, let me set the stage of the wonder that this was in the 80s and 90s, how popular this was and what this experience was as a kid and as a family. You would get done with your basketball game, your soccer game, your whatever game, your volleyball game, and you'd ask your parents, can we go for ice cream? Or like, can we get pizza? And depending on what they're feeling, whatever time of day it was, you might get really lucky. Like if it was already after lunch or dinner or something, you might get taken to Dairy Queen. That was a great experience too. That's another video. Or if you were really lucky, if the game was early and it was like 11, 12, or 1 o'clock, your parents might take you to Pizza Hut. And what was it like to go to Pizza Hut in the 80s and 90s? You would walk in, the whole place was red and black, everywhere, red and black. And you would sit down and you would get into a booth. It was all booths, no uncomfortable chair tables, all booths. You'd sit down and you'd come to the table and they'd be out there right away. And they'd be like, what can we get to drink today? And you come and you get sodas in these big plastic cups. They had like a yellowish, great little bit of a green tint to them. And they'd be full of ice and the soda would be like sparkling in there. You'd get your drinks and then you sit with your parents and there was no appetizers. You didn't want to order appetizers because you knew what was coming. Your parents weren't going to let you in the 80s and 90s anyway. Unless you came from a drinks and appetizers family instead of a water family when you went out to eat. That was what was going to happen. You were going to get your pizza. So you'd get that, and then you'd look at your dad after the sodas came. You got good swigs of like the coldest, most delicious soda you could have after your baseball game or whatever it was. And then your parents would go, okay, all right, you guys go play. And what did go play mean? It meant that there was arcade machines along one wall. And you go over there and you'd be like, Dad, can I have some quarters? Your dad would reach in there, be jingling around in his business pants that for some reason he wore in the 80s and 90s to your basketball game because when you wear jeans back then, he'd get some quarters out of his, and he'd hand them to you and you go over and you play some Street Fighter, some Pac-Man, you were doing some Mortal Kombat, you were having the time of your life. And while you were doing that, your parents would order you the pizzas, and the pizzas would come and they would sit up on like a little rotunda of iron, and that pizza was like crinkling and popping hot, and you'd see it in there with like all the pepperoni and the sausage, and it was like not deep dish, but like it was deeper than like other pizza places had. And then they had like a salad bar up there that your mom would go and get some big salad that wasn't even healthy because she put like a half a gallon of ranch on it and sunflower seeds, and sit down and you'd eat until you were just so happy, and you'd eat till you couldn't eat anymore, and you get up and you go play some more video games so that your dad wouldn't take those quarters back so you could go and play a little bit. And the experience was magical. It was magical. And that what has Pizza Hut been the last 20 years? It's just another pizza place. Like, and you got away from where it was really like amazing. And I can't remember the last time I ordered Pizza Hut. I don't even know if the pizza's any good anymore. It's probably the same as it was in the 80s and 90s. But now we get other stuff. Why? Because that experience is not there. And if you need to rebrand it and do some of that with some modern stuff, you can. But Pizza Hut, we will come back. We will come back if you do this right. How do you know you can make us come back? Because two chains that were in the gutter, guys, came back recently. Chains that were closing restaurants, thinking of bankruptcy, laying employees off, foreclosing. Chili's and Red Lobster both have made amazing turnarounds. They're making mad profits. They're crushing it with the exact same strategy, but for two different reasons. Chili's didn't even mean to make a comeback. Chili's had a young lady that did not even work for them. She was a regular social media user. She went and she made a video about these like buffalo cheese sticks that were like a secret menu item that nobody even knew was there. She made a video about how they were at Chili's, how good they were. Like that was like her little treat to go. She's having like a rough day at the office. She'd go to Chili's on her lunch and have these. Nobody even knew these cheese buffalo stick things existed. The video went mega viral. Chili's, who had been in the news for the last 3 years talking about closing restaurants, dropping locations, closing them up because they're just having a terrible time, just like TGI Fridays, just like Applebee's. Chili's was going in the gutter. This video went mega viral, and somebody at Chili's threw no credit to their executive staff whatsoever because they'd been running this thing into the ground for years, was like, that's a really good idea. How do we do that? So instead of wasting $25 million on another stupid commercial on TV, which nobody even has anymore because if you have a few streaming platforms in your phone is all any of us have anymore, Chili's is like, let's pay like thousands of people just to make regular social media videos about Chili's. And now there's thousands of videos out there of just like two regular people that the Chili's paid $250 to go make what's called a user-generated video out there, eating at Chili's, just talking about how much they like their burger and fries or their chili or whatever it happens to be. That's literally what they did to turn this company around. Then when it started heading the right way, they were like, what else can we do that's like different from the crappy way that we've been running this company for the last 5-10 years? And they're like, let's lean into lunch specials. Like, we got a burger and a chicken sandwich and fries and a drink. We can do these for like $10.99. You can't go to McDonald's for $10.99 anymore. You're paying $17.99 or something for a value meal with tax. And Chili's has like a good big burger or good big chicken sandwich, real fries and a drink. And you can like order ahead on the app, go in, grab them and walk out for $10.99 and get a way better meal. So people are doing that for lunch. So they did just those two things that didn't even come from their own ideas, and it's completely turned around the whole company. That's their marketing. What did Red Lobster do that completely turned around their company? They hired a new, young, smart, like fresh idea CEO, put him at the helm, said this thing is going towards the rocks, like the Titanic can see the iceberg, it's heading towards it. We are closing restaurants every day because they're not making money. Help us. And this young dude comes in and he's like, full stop. We're bringing back a whole bunch of menu items that people like that we took off for no good reason. We're going to stop charging people gigantic meals. Like you only take your mom to Red Lobster once a year, like for her birthday because she loves it. And that's like the only time you go because it's too expensive to go. Or you only go when there's endless crab legs and you want to eat like a pig once a year when they have it. Like they turned it back into a place where you can just go get lunch or just go get dinner and it's semi-reasonable again. And not only that, what did they do? They leaned into the social media marketing again. So they put it out there and they started doing it and they killed it. They're killing it. They're opening new Red Lobsters now. They're completely redoing the insides of them. They're like, it's old, it's stale, it's not fresh. We gotta change this around. And every day there's regular people. Like Red Lobster's even like $5 margaritas. Let's go. Get them in place. You can pay $15 anywhere else for a margarita. So Red Lobster's like full change, go the other way. Turn the ship around, we're heading back to base. And now they're killing it. So Pizza Hut, the formula is literally there. Lean. I can't say learn or lean. Lean into social media marketing 100%. Stop doing regular, stop doing radio, stop doing TV, stop doing print. Like this stuff hasn't been cool since the 80s. Like lean into social media marketing. Get regular people to go. Redo all your specials. Bring back menu items that people have been missing. Get the booths back in there. Get the arcade machines. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Pac-Man are still cool. Put them against the wall. The kids will come back. Like, we will come back. We loved Pizza Hut buffet. You got a whole generation of kids that grew up on Pizza Hut buffet that are waiting to take their kids and go back. And you are not catering to them. You are running this thing into the ground. Turn it around. Let's go, Pizza Hut. We'll come back. Let me know if you'll go back if they bring it.